Hey, my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Guys, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Thank you that you're the love that you're showing me, guys. I just want to appreciate you. Guys, in today's lesson, I'll be teaching you guys fiction versus non-fiction. What is the difference? Let's go. We see the words fiction and nonfiction in libraries and bookstores, in magazines and online. But what do they really mean? In this lesson, I will compare fiction versus nonfiction. I will use each of these words in at least one example sentence so that you can see them in the context. Okay, guys, so I'm going to compare fiction versus nonfiction. First one I'll be discussing with you guys is fiction. What is fiction? In this lesson, you'll learn about fiction and you'll learn how to use them in sentences, okay? What does fiction mean? Not all fiction is entirely made up, though. Historical fiction, for example, features period with real events or people, but with an invented storyline. Additionally, science fiction novels function around real scientific theories, but the overall story is untrue. Okay? Fiction refers to made up stories. These stories are not based on real life events or characters. Fictional stories can be mysteries, fantasy tales, historical dramas, romance, among others. So overall, fiction is make up stories. Okay, it's not real. Examples of the word fiction in a sentence. So I'll be giving you sentence on how you can use the word fiction in it. Okay, so one, the movie is a work of fiction, including fantastical creatures that do not really exist, such as dragons, griffins, and goblins. So you know these creatures, they aren't real. So that's why it's a fiction movie, okay? Now we're moving on to number two. For someone that is extremely creative, they should consider writing work of fiction to express their creativity beyond reality. So if you're a creative person, you can write fiction movies, fiction books, made up characters so that it can express how creative you are. Example of the word fiction in a sentence number three. Many children weave a piece of fiction when they lie to their parents, but their story is so ridiculous that no adult would even fall for them. So if you have kids and they get in trouble, they will tell you a fictitious lie. But because you're an adult and you're a parent and you've been through it, you know that what they're saying is fictional, meaning what they're saying is a lie. They made it up. Okay, that's what it means. Using fiction in a sentence number four. Science fiction stories often mention robots that can talk. Okay, number five. His testimony is complete fiction. That means his testimony is made up. It's a lie, right? Because remember, fiction are made up. It's not real. Number six, it is very difficult to disentangle facts from fiction in what she's saying. So someone is saying something to you and it's fictional, so it is hard to explain or hard to figure out what the person is saying. Okay, guys? Guys, we just speak about fiction. Now we're going to speak about non-fiction. But before we do that, please go ahead, guys, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. Like and turn on the notification bell so that you are aware every time a video is uploaded. Okay? So, guys, let's talk about what is non-fiction. What does non-fiction mean? Non-fiction is based on real people or events. Memoirs, biographies, documentaries, and work of history are all examples of nonfiction. If you enjoy reading biographies, memoirs, historical work, or books on current events, you are a fan of nonfiction works, okay? So, nonfiction is real events, nothing fake, real. Examples of the word nonfiction in a sentence. I would write a memoir, but the detail of my life are so fantastical that people would not believe it is a work of fiction. So because your life is so great, people would not believe that you're telling the truth. That's what he's saying because nonfiction is the truth. Examples of the word nonfiction in a sentence. Number two, the new self help book climbed its way to the top of the nonfiction bestseller. That means the new self help book, which is a true life story book, climbs itself to the top of the bestseller list, right? So, number three, I often read aloud to my sons the nonfiction books that support their school studies. So I read aloud to my son books that support studies. Let's move on to number four. He wrote books of nonfiction too that help restore a sense of real history to the backcountry, right? Number five, the nonfiction book is based on the life of a 17-year-old Latin American mother infected with HIV. So, nonfiction books are real life stories, something that happened in real life, okay? Examples of the word nonfiction in a sentence. Number six. This inspiring tale based on a best selling nonfiction novel will resonate with audiences around the world. So, this best selling nonfiction novel, meaning real life story novel, will resonate with people around the world. Number seven, we represent a small stable of elite nonfiction authors from all over the world. So, these are authors who write real life stories. Examples of nonfiction: instruction manuals, safety pamphlets, journalism, textbooks, recipes, medical charts. These are nonfiction because all these are real information. They're not made up, they're not fake, they are real. Okay? Guys, let's do a summary. It is fiction or nonfiction. Fiction and nonfiction are two categories of writing. Fiction deals with made up people or events. So fiction deals with anything that is not real, right? Nonfiction deals with real life. So anything that is real, that is nonfiction. Guys, if you're still here and you haven't subscribed as yet, please remember to go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like the video, turn on your notification bell so that you're get a notification when I upload a video. This is the end of the lesson. I love you guys, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.